Committee will come to order. Witnesses will be seated, please. Just so you know, as a former judge, I like starting on time, and I start on time. Without objection, all members may have 5 days to submit statements, questions, and extraneous materials for the record, subject to the length limitation in the rules. Al-Qaeda is back in Iraq. Would somebody shut the back doors? From the summer of 2012 to the summer of 2013, Al-Qaeda in Iraq was responsible for 24 major suicide bombings and 8 prison breaks. The prison breaks allowed Al-Qaeda to free their fellow killers who were captured. Many of these operatives have turned up on the battlefield in Iraq and Syria with intent to cause chaos, anarchy, and to kill people. Jailbreaks, massive suicide attacks, and assassinations are the norm. Not since 2008 has it been this bad. I would direct your attention to the screen. There should be a chart up on the screen that shows the, I'm going to hold it up so maybe you can see this one better, shows the massive spike in killings from 2008, and then how now in 2013 it has even gotten worse. One of the most frustrating parts about this is that the Al-Qaeda in Iraq is the same bunch of killers that the United States Special Forces took apart from 2007 through 2011. Prime Minister Maliki, a close friend of the Iranian regime, didn't want our help anymore. He's suffering the consequences, and now he wants help once again. He talks out of both sides of his mouth while trying to cozy up to the United States. He cozy up to the Iranians at the same time. Prime Minister Maliki came here dragging the sack in November, wanting more American taxpayer money. He wanted attack helicopters and all sorts of advanced equipment. But is that what he needs to go after Al-Qaeda? Does he have other reasons for wanting this type of equipment? Maliki has centralized power, alienated the Sunnis, brought back the Shia hit squads. This, in part, has allowed Al-Qaeda to return to be back in Iraq. What Maliki needs is a new strategy to fight Al-Qaeda. This includes doing a better job of reaching out to the Sunni population so they feel like he represents all Iraqis, not just one group. The chaos next door in Syria is not helping at all. Al-Qaeda in Iraq gave birth to Al-Qaeda in Syria, and the groups essentially act as the same. Their goal, it seems, is to establish an extremist area that spans the entire region of the world in that area. This problem is not going away. Over the past 2 years, we've heard from the administration Al-Qaeda is on its last legs or it's defeated. It doesn't seem that's the case. Over the world, Al-Qaeda affiliates are gaining size and strength. Many continue to follow commands from core Al-Qaeda in Pakistan, as I call them, the Benedict Arnold ally of the United States. That would be Pakistan. Al-Qaeda in Iraq is creating a troubling trend. The United States doesn't have the luxury of turning our back on the situation. A sectarian war in Iraq would be a disaster for the entire region and American national security. Containing Iranian influence in the region is a top priority. Al-Qaeda reestablishing a safe haven to plan and launch attacks outside the region is unacceptable, and it is a threat to American security. Maintaining the free flow of oil to the global market out of Iraq is essential. In fact, some worry that Al-Qaeda in Iraq could hit the Iraqi oil infrastructure to weaken Baghdad. Al-Qaeda in Iraq has little to lose and everything to gain. They are alive and they are well. We are here today to learn from our experts about Al-Qaeda in Iraq, its resources, its strategy, its tactics, and what we're going to do about it, if anything. I look forward to the testimony, and I now yield time to the ranking member, Mr. Sherman from California.